Hey, Real Authority here. I just got back from seeing Elio, and I already have a complaint. There were no previews, so the movie started right away, and I missed the first scene. I usually like watching my movies in their entirety, plus, as a reviewer, I should see the entire thing, or at least I feel I should. So indeed, I did miss the opening scene. I don't know whether it's the greatest scene of all time or so bad that it'll tank the movie. I will not give you my opinion on the opening scene. I will judge the rest of the movie as its own thing. I don't really know. I'm gonna make it simple since this is a really simple movie. It's Pixar's brand new animated film, and let's talk about it. So it sees Elio, a young kid who is struggling to fit in, who aspires to be with aliens because he feels that he'll fit in, and suddenly enough, aliens abduct him, and this is his chance to see if he fits in or not. Then a villain named Gordon. He threatens this alien world enough so that Elio must save his new peers. Starting off with the positives, voice acting is really good. Jonas Kinreeb as Elio was really compelling. It was a very comedic, energetic character that felt believable. Jonas did a great job. Also, Zoe Saldana as his aunt. She also did a great job, and we know what Saldana can do. Also, the animation. Pixar movies always have great animation. No different here. The animation is very stunning. It's colorful. It's beautiful. It just, I guess for lack of a better word, screams Pixar. I mean, they are usually game when it comes to their animation. I also do appreciate the screenplay from, I had to write all the names down because there are a lot of people. Hannah Friedman, Jesse Andrews, Julia Cho, Mark Hammer, Mike Jonas, and the directors Adrian Molina, Domi Shi, and Madeline Sharafian. Their screenplay, while imperfect, was really strong and got me mostly invested in this story, so I gotta give props to them. It's comedic and dark in places, mainly because it tackles topics such as loneliness in a pretty effective manner. I was actually really surprised at how they handled the topic of loneliness. Sure, they may be in an unrealistic setting given aliens, but I really did appreciate how realistic the movie was when it chose to be realistic. Of course, the alien stuff is fun, but this movie never lacks in terms of emotional investment, or at least I felt it did. Also, if you're expecting this movie to be entirely family-friendly, there are no adult jokes per se, but if you're expecting nothing scary out of this movie, there are at least 2 scenes that'll probably freak your kids out. It's inventive, the pacing rarely drags. I did have a good time with it. That being said, the fact that it has 3 directors, only 2 of them credited, does leave this movie having a conflicting tone in multiple points. It's consistent, adjacent, but there are many moments where I kind of felt the shift in directorial styles. I'm not going to get into it because of spoilers, but it did feel like there were 2 directors that worked on this. Not on the same page like Radio Silence, but really differing. Of course, it doesn't show up throughout the entire experience, but there are moments, especially when Elio first arrives on the planet, where I was like, is this a different movie? Also, in spite of the comedy being somewhat gold, there are some juvenile jokes. I get it, it's for kids. They don't overstay their welcome per se, but when it's noticeable, it is noticeable, and I can't exactly overlook it in this instance. Also, the villain, Gordon, Michael Jordan. I don't know, I felt like he was not the strongest villain in the world. He really did feel like a means just to get the plot along, not really a menacing threat. He's just there for Elio to save the day and team up with his son. An interesting character that I don't feel is perfect, but he's better than his daddy, I'll say that. Again, a simple review for a simple movie. Elio is another Pixar hit. It has flaws that definitely weigh it down, but its charm and positives shine past the flaws to make another Pixar hit. Not saying every one of their projects are great. I haven't seen every single Pixar film, but 2025 animation, at least in terms of theatrical releases, have been lacking. So it's nice to see a film that may not be perfect, but I would say it's definitely worth watching in theaters. The Real Authority approves. 8 out of 10. Just make sure to get there early in case there are no previews. But other than that, worthy addition to the Pixar catalog. That's about it. I don't know. I'm probably going to remember the fact that I went late. I don't know, but I mean, it's still good. I really did like it. Subscribe, turn on post notifications, comment, and if you have any requests, I'll try to read them accordingly and make a video on them. I'm not sure. Either way, pretty good summer so far. Peace.